with O'Connor. Hey, O'Connor, your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's had in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Come to us for your news and opinions. We got a voice. There is no choice. We're them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast is like cruiserweight action. Your house is the perfect distraction. Pop and see your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smoke.
Yo, what is up out there, household? I go by the name of Hypocrisy Jones, and I'm a part of this little thing called the In Your House Wrestling Podcast, where we sit around, we talk about wrestling, we talk about all sorts of things. We ingratiate ourselves into your wrestling culture, bro. But today I was asked to record a solo episode. Con man he's down my back, man. He's always had me do stuff. He's always need me to do something else, man. I'm just playing. I love him. But I'm here, man. I'm here and I'm doing what I do, doing what we call a little smoke sesh, right? This is where we're gonna sit down. We're gonna talk a little bit of wrestling in enough time to smoke one. So if you got one, smoke one, whatever your method is, as long as it's not the meth. But I digress. If you got it, spark it. Yo. So today I wanted to talk a little bit. I wanted to talk some news that's coming out in the wrestling world right now. One of those big things is that the WWE has just signed a new Samoan, and you guys might know him. He goes by the name of Hikuleo. It has been rumored as of a couple days ago that Hikuleo has officially signed with the WWE. So it's coming right before SummerSlam. And man, I want to know what y'all think about that. I think this is going to be pretty big. If you don't know, Hikuleo is the half brother of Tama Tonga, and the adopted brother of Tonga Lao, which, as you know, they are all part of the new bloodline or the new blood or whatever we call it now, and whatever form. But man, I want to see this, man. I know Hikuleo is very, very good, very, very sought after, and I think he's in the right spot right now to take on what his family has been doing, and to jump in on this. And why not, man? Why shouldn't he? If I had the family to pull me in, I would want them to do that too. And if I could be the family to pull somebody else in, I'd want to do that too. So I think this is really, really good. This is really big for WWE, but even bigger for the bloodline itself, as the whole Samoan dynasty family, but as well as for Hikuleo. So I want to give big shout out to that, man. I think that's good news, and I think that's going to continue this story that is probably the best soap opera in wrestling right now, right? And it has been for a very, 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 very long time. So let's see. And what else we have today is I wanted to talk a little bit about a couple things that I saw. So recently saw that there's been some releases in the WWE. They have been releasing several people. Matter of fact, we had the pleasure of interviewing one of those people here recently, wherein we interviewed Donovan Dijak, formerly of NXT and WWE. But another release, or at least a contract lapse, that's being stated right now is of Bobby Lashley. And this is kind of crazy because Bobby Lashley was one of the most sought after talents for a very, very long time. And been doing work in the WWE for a very, very long time. We saw his work in the Hurt Business, and I know we all have some feelings about that, right? We all feel some type of way about that because the Hurt Business was pretty major. So at least I feel some type of way about that. All right, I like the Hurt Business. as I was saying, I like the Hurt Business. I liked Bobby Lashley. I liked Shelton Benjamin, the whole gang. And if Bobby Lashley's contract is up, that may mean that he may have the ability to go somewhere else, as we can see right here. If you're watching along with us, it was reported by PWI Chronicle. They said the fact that we're never going to get or may never get the almighty version of Bobby Lashley versus the tribal chief version of Roman Reigns and the Hurt Business versus the Bloodline will go down as the biggest, or WWE's biggest missed opportunity, which I tend to agree with. I think it's a very big missed opportunity. I think there's so much that we could be doing with the Hurt Business, with Bobby Lashley, even with the Street Profits, and what does that mean for them? I think there's a lot going on there, man. But as we keep going on, you know, it, this conversation brought up a lot of other things, man. Under fire was Triple H in this, because and as it's been reported, as it's been tweeted, people have been saying lots of different things, like, Triple H don't book black people very well, which I don't know. I think that could be argued both ways. If you look at his booking in NXT, um he did very, very well, and Shawn Michaels has taken up the reins of that too, and books African American talent very, very well as well. But Triple H's character has been called into question in this, and I think this is interesting enough, at least to talk about. I ain't saying Triple H is racist, but I am saying that it is interesting enough that we should talk about this, right? I mean, he got a whole German cross as his logo. I'm just saying. But one tweet here was Lashley quickly goes from main eventer to frequently underbooked mid-carder. Bianca Belair goes from face of the company level star to tag team act. Street Profits go from best tag team in the world conversation to losers. And don't think Mercedes was worth Charlotte money. So you see Triple H and he's catching he's people taking shots, all sorts of shots. This might be a time this may be an interesting thing where we can get um, Blackpool Combat Club versus this iteration of the Hurt Business, probably without uh, uh, Cedric Alexander, but there could be another name. And the interesting thing was that, did you know that Ricochet was actually considered to be in the Hurt Business when they formed it, but they chose to go with Cedric Alexander because MVP said, I think Ricochet can get himself over. He can be a star by himself. Let's help Cedric. So I think that's good. And shout out MVP, man. He's always like looking out for people and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just thought this was an interesting conversation. I thought that it was topic worthy, in that sense. And like I said, I don't think Triple H is racist. I think it's really harsh thing to say, but like it is the conversation that is being had right now. And I think it's unfair. We got to give this man time to book the stories that he wants to book and book them how he wants to do it. Now, if it goes down the line, he keeps burying, you know what? Then maybe we revisit this conversation. But for right now, it is sad that WWE is going to be Bobby Lashley-less, and that we don't see those matches with Bobby Lashley and potentially like the Bloodline and things like that, as a lot of us wanted. But this is where we're at. Where we're also at? We're also at that time where we need to throw up a commercial. So here's a commercial for my friends at the Kokomo Press.
Do you like comedy? Have you ever done it? Have you ever thought about going up on stage and telling some of those jokes that your family and friends just love to hear? Well, now you have the opportunity. Every Thursday night, starting February 15th at Cooper's Pub, we are doing an open mic. The Kokomo Press is doing an open mic at Cooper's Pub in the downstairs comedy den. It's going to be awesome. It's going to start at 8 p.m. on Thursdays, February 15th, And we're going to be doing open mic with 10 to 15 spots for each comedian at 5 minutes a spot. Do not hesitate to sign up. Signups will be at 7:30 physically down there in the bar. Or if you want to, you can sign up early. All you have to do is message our page at the Kokomo Press. It's going to be a great time. We're going to have drinks and we're going to have food specials. And it's all a part of Cooper's Pub. You just go straight in, and instead of making a right, you make a left, you go downstairs, you make a left, and you're right down there in the Comedy Den. Myself and Brian Allen West are excited to see you, and we'll also have friends that you may know, like Jordan Bell, aka Hypocrisy Jones, Sean Dalrymple, a local comedian we love, and even Courtney Richardson. You're going to see us all out there. We're going to be having a blast. And again, it starts February 15th, but after that, it's every Thursday at 8 p.m. in the Comedy Den downstairs at Cooper's Pub. Hope to see you there.
Hey, look at that. Shout out to my friends at the Kokomo Press. We do a whole lot of things, whether it's comedy, whether it's making, honestly, it's just a lot of comedy. I call it community satire, but basically we just make fun of a lot of people, but it's fun. But come down to our open mic on Thursdays. If you're ever in the Kokomo, Indiana area, come down to Cooper's Pub. It's a really nice place. Got really good food and really cold drinks, bro. And hopefully we can come up with some really great jokes to make you laugh. But anyways, this has been an interesting smoke session. Talked about the possible debut of Hikuleo, which may happen, in a couple weeks at SummerSlam. We talked about how Triple H might be a racist and how Bobby Lashley is done with the WWE. And I want to make sure I close on a good note, or at least some sort of positive note. And that positive note is that, man, the New Day has been around for 10 years. Now I know that we don't have the full iteration, and big shout out to Big E, man, and everything that he does and is doing, and I hope he continues to do the most, because, man, that dude's a good dude. But this is the decade anniversary of the New Day, and I thought that was really great, man. Because I think it's definitely a faction that I've seen go through all of the changes. They started off, not a lot of people like the New Day, they really had to grow on us. Pause. But they were able to do that, man. They were able to gel as a team. They were able to do so many great things in WWE. As I think about, the Kofi Mania and that whole time, and just how much joy that made me feel like. And man, I just want to shout out the New Day. And I know it's been a conversation here lately that the New Day should break up, which I think it's asinine. Why would you break them up? One, it's not their full iteration anymore anyways. You just have Kofi and Xavier. And I don't understand the argument of breaking them up just to put them as both mid-carders. Why don't you just keep them as a great tag team that you can throw in there to be a viable threat to in your tag team division always? I hope, especially hope, able to recover from his injury. I know that he has right now, pretty quickly, but I don't know. I would never change the New Day. I just wanted to show some love to the New Day. 10 years of the New Day, bro. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy, bro. Well, my name is Hypocrisy Jones, and I just wanted to smoke with you a little bit. So hopefully you smoked with me. We talked a little bit of wrestling. Tell me what you think. Yeah, what do you think the WWE is going to do with Hikuleo as a new signee and a potential new member of the Bloodline, or a new member of the Bloodline, which in some iteration, right? How are you guys feeling about Bobby Lashley and him leaving the WWE? And is Triple H a racist? He's not racist. I'm just playing. And man, share some stories about the New Day with me. Tell me how they made you feel. Tell me what maybe your favorite New Day moment was, man. My name is Hypocrisy Jones. This has been a Smoke Sesh, and we out, yo.
Yeah. In your house with no con. KO County, your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's had in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Come to us for your news and opinions. We got a voice. There is no choice. We as them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast, it's like cruiserweight action. Your house is the perfect distraction. Papa see your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smoke.